Hey, what's up? I'm Angie. I'm going to do a reading for you guys today. We're going to start with a runic oracle, Sunstone by Threads of Fate, who, by fate alone, is no longer Threads of Fate. They moved on to another venture. Hence why I bought this deck, because I was like, man, don't be going out of business and then having your cards out of print and then I can't find them anywhere. I actually got 2, because it said there was the only 2 left. And that annoyed me. Is this Fehu? Is that a Fehu? Is that a Fehu? F-E-H-U? I don't know. There's a few that look the same that aren't. I have a handy dandy little notebook here. The Aether. A-E-T-T-I-R. Isn't it A-E-T-H-I-R? The adder? I don't know that word. Oh, here we go. So it says index card. It's like, it's a key, yeah? Well, maybe, maybe not. The runes are traditionally divided into 3 groups called adder, also spelled as A-E-T-T-S or A-E-T-T-R-S, each consisting of 8 runes. These 3 are often associated with different sets of meanings and interpretations. The first is Freya's, associated with personal matters, wealth, and emotions. The second focuses on transformation, challenges, and growth through adversity. The third centers on justice, honor, and spiritual development. So, my friends, uno, dos, tres. Now, didn't I just get done saying this is Feyu? It is. It's the very first one, in fact. Man, I'm pretty freaking good at my runes, which I haven't really even studied. So what does that tell you? I must know them in the future or the past. What's the difference, might you ask? One was lived previously and one is lived in the future of your linear observation of life. However, what if I'm like, man, I want to go live a Viking life because I think that would be cool. That's then my future. Don't you think? Now, what if I just got done living a Viking life and then I came back and I'm like, isn't that Feyu? All that funny stuff. Anyways, here's a little poem for you regarding Feyu. Before the whispers of being swept through the void, there was everything. Stop. Before the whispers of being swept through the void. So, wait a minute. What? That means there's everything. There's the void. The whispers of being swept through the void from everything. There you go. There was enough. Why don't we have enough? We never have enough, do we? Never have enough. That's because there was everything. How can you have enough if you had everything? You'll never have enough if you never had enough and everything, right? I would say. And from this great plenty, so a cornucopia. Yeah, because it's always overflowing, right? It's like, oh my God. It's like when they go to the grocery store in movies with the plastic bags, paper bags. And it has the loaf of the bread and the freaking oranges spill out everywhere. And oh my God, I met you serendipitously. You know, those stupid things. That's so cute. And from this great plenty, where all things are born and where all things return, it remains unchanged. Well, that's fucking comforting, isn't it? Or not. You can return there one day if you can figure out how. If you can. Oh, I could tell you how. So these are about creation, survival, existence, and realization. I got to realize you something. I'm going to read you some words called good luck getting back. Shark attack. Okay. It's cattle. Fehu. Fehu? Fehu? It's cattle, is what it means. When you see them, you're supposed to. It's the song of their people. You see cows, you say moo. You see horse, you say neigh. Neigh? No? You don't do that? Oh, I don't know what to tell you then. Oh, yes, exactly. You go bat. You know? Or what's the other animals that you guys say? Woof woofs and meow meows. You got to speak their language or else how are they going to know? Do you really think you go up to a cat and you say, hey, you're a cat? It's like, you go to the zoo, you see a giraffe. You're like, hey, you're a giraffe. Hey, giraffe, come here. My name's not Giraffe. It's Nancy. Oh, what's up, Nancy the giraffe? Right? Like who called it? Anyways, moving on. The abundant void that nourishes all life. So there's a void of abundance that nourishes all life. And yet we are not tapped into that. Some may call it the vortex. I've heard that before. Symbolism: abundance, luck, circulation of wealth, primordial nourisher. Do you know what a circulation of wealth looks like? I give to you, you give to me. I give to you, and you give to me. But here's the thing. I got this fake money here, 200s. Okay, 2 100s, 2 bennies. And so I got a benny and you got a benny. All right? Now, give me your benny. Thanks. Here's my benny. Thanks. Now give me your benny. Thanks. Now here's my benny. Thanks. Now why is that, whatever it's called, circulation of wealth? That's equal exchange. But what are you really doing? This is the transactional paper, which is pretty much feels real. Like I got $200, you guys, but it's actual. It says not legal tentacles. Movie prop use only. Interestingly, they have the same serial number. Also, interestingly, it wasn't until I saw a movie prop that I said tenter instead of tender. However, maybe I would have. I don't know. Sometimes we get flustered on that. Flustered being a not that bad. Okay. I like the hand. Right? It's like this. Give me your money. Here you go. Gimme. But not gimme, but more like gimme. Like, pay me what you owe me. Give me my 200, says Riri. So, Riri says, give me my 200. You better have her money. But if you hand her this, I would hope she'd be like, sweet, thanks. I would hope. Because this is worth more than gold. Or something. So. Primordial nourisher. That's one of those things where I got to look it up. I know what the word primordial means. You know, let me say primordial ooze. 5 minutes to 9. So, it's like the beginning of life, right? Or some... God, that thing is going to annoy the crap out of me. Hold on. Oh, God. I should just let it play all day long. What does primordial mean? You want to hear something? It's annoying talk.
Choose a profile to sign in with by tapping it.
And it'll just keep doing it. It's a stupid freaking leapfrog kid tablet thingy-majiggies.
To play as a guest,
It'll just keep doing it. And why? Why might you ask? Because I was charging it. And so you plug it in and it does that, yeah? Okay. And then, oh, something went wrong. Please try again later. I can't ask Gemini, what does primordial mean? Because something went wrong. I'm telling you guys. I'm in a mood. Let's see if it'll work now. I Googled some cool stuff. Googled it, Gemini'd it. You know, what's the difference? One is a personified... Oh, there we go. Now you want to answer me. That's so cute of you. Appreciate. I keep telling it, stop referencing old conversations, but there we go. Prime means first, ord means order or rank. The Latin root word is primordium, meaning the first beginning. Okay, the first beginning is actually really important because, like, how'd you get here and stuff? Because this ain't that. If you ever believe you've been reincarnated, then this ain't no primordial for you personally. If you weren't here at the beginning, then how do you know what the beginning was like? You don't. If you weren't there for the end, how do you know what the end was like? You don't. And how can you say there's an absolute end? There's always going to be an absolute beginning, am I right? But if you're still here doing crap, there's no absolute end yet. But you can bookmark things, yeah. You could say this is the end of this chapter, this book. But you don't say this is the end of everything that ever was, will be, and forevermore. Because, I mean, you could. I just don't really think that's possible. Correct me if I'm wrong. If any of you can figure out the answer to that, you could take a break. But to just never, never, not never, ever, you think, therefore you are, is my opinion on life. You're just going to switch from one thing to another. At some point, you're going to be everything. That sounds annoying to me. So I have a better solution. Since there's so many annoying things and annoying people, my solution is this. Take everything that's annoying and put it in a container. Okay? Take that container of annoyances and say, you guys can do whatever you want in life. Have fun. I'm going to go over here. So what'd they do? They got more annoying. They got mad because they were isolated in their annoyances. Okay, did I say I don't want you to exist? Yes, actually. But I didn't think that was nice. Let's just say I'm saying it first person. Sure. Then I'm like, okay, well, so you want to exist. That was the argument. Please don't make me not exist. I skipped that part. All right, no, so you want to exist. All right, got it. Now you exist. Are you happy with that? No. Why? Because I want to exist annoyingly. Okay, then exist annoyingly. Just do it over there. No, I don't like that. I want to exist annoyingly in your fucking business. All right, well, I don't want you to exist annoyingly in my fucking business. I want you to exist annoyingly somewhere the fuck else. I mean, how hard is that? No, I have to be up in your business to exist annoyingly, or else it's not annoying. Don't you annoy yourself? No, I think I'm great. I don't even realize that I'm annoying. In fact, why don't you think I'm amazing? Therefore, I've got to be really annoying because, I even annoy my own self. So I must annoy other people, yeah? Hence why there's no views on here. Yeah, okay. Norwegian rune poem. Money causes strife among kin. The wolf grows up in the woods. There's a semicolon there. I don't know if those are connected or not. Because it's kind of weird. But I think it's like this. And then it's like that. You know what I mean? One causes the other. Cause and effect. I don't really get it, but I don't not get it. So, this soup is the primordial state of zero, a mix of gases and water before life began. Its pure potential. Activation is the first spark of life, or first star. Heavy state, the complex world we live in now, full of tricks and decor. Ain't that something? Some of the words it's using are words that I have used. That's what I was trying to say. It's annoying. Anyways. Yeah, it's like referencing stupid shit that I don't really want. Can you just talk normal? So primordial, existing from the start. Permanent, staying until the end. Are you primordial? Yes, everybody is. Well, actually, okay, how about that? That's not even true. Because if you think about parents, you got kids, you got grandkids, great-grandkids, grandkids. Okay, even in a family tree, not everybody was there from the start. So you believe what you're told based on the family lineage. Now you tell me, do you have to live as the grandparents and as the blah, 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 blah? See, if you think about it from a simulation standpoint, when you're running simulations without consciousness, you can go all the way back to the beginning of time. And you could say, according to life, what might happen if these, that. With no consciousness, it's just what we call statistically speaking, statistics, wrap up to current. All right, that's freaking great. Now, why isn't it matching? Why isn't the weather outside the same as what they forecasted? Why A lot of things. Why? So it's now the new year, by the way. Am I right or am I right? All right, so watch this. Calendar. I just got an alert, like a pop-up notification or whatnot, that said, hey, guess what? Oh, no, it's the 17th because it's the new year. Oh, good point. Yeah, we want to make the new year based on the da-da-da. So that's actually, what, like yesterday or 2 days ago? Where's the moon at? Dude, this is so dumb. What, am I going to add a freaking moon calendar right now? No, but you get the point. Beginning of Febs was the new year for what we want to do in the future. Now, let's be serious for 2 seconds. Upright. Feu is a rune of resource, and while Feu directly translates to cattle, yeah, and is often regarded as the rune of wealth, it is beyond our narrow-minded interpretation of wealth. Feu can be a physical, emotional, spiritual, or energetic resource. As was said, money, 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 but you could be trading a lot of other things too. It is the will within us that pushes us forward through creativity that dreams to be born, and helpful spirits that join us in nurturing the growth of our worlds. So yeah, that would make a lot of sense. The energy of Feu is one of motion. In nomadic periods, cattle were the marker of wealth. Oh yeah, it's true. Yo, like you get bullied at school. At least I got more than 3 cows. Can you imagine that shit? You get bullied at school, you get your ass beat up because you got 3 cows. Like cattle being herded and in motion, Feu needs to be in motion as well. That movement frees up resistance and allows luck to find you and prosperity to grow. You set up a school. You say, here's the kids from the community. Their parents are the ones who lead the town in all their various ways. They're consumers. They go to the town hall meetings and whatever, okay? So you got like a cow per family. But then some kind of imbalance happens, and now this family's got 3. But now an imbalance happens, and this family's got 5, and so on. And so the kid who's got 5 says to the kid who's got 3, at least I got more cows than 3. Everybody laughs. That one kid with 3 cows feels stupid. But there's other kids who only have 1, right? So I don't get it. I don't really get why this is a thing. That kids will bully other kids based on what the other kid has or doesn't have, as if to say they're the ones working for it. That's so annoying to me. And I don't get that. Those are the kids I want to isolate, because in the future they turn into douchewads. Hands down, unless somebody corrects them, those are douchewads. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. Take a kid who's a douchewad, grow them up, tell me they've changed without some kind of outside intervention. They haven't. So what is school? In my opinion, life skills. Now, because does that kid who's getting bullied because he only has 3 cows, is he the problem? Like, is he going to grow up and be a douchewad without that kid bullying him? No, probably not. In fact, he's probably going to shoot the school up because that kid messed with him too much. There's that. Or he's just not going to be a douchewad. So how does that second one happen, though? The one where the douchewads aren't the ones shooting up the schools. Unless they're douchewads who got bullied. Now, see, that's an excellent recipe for disaster. So you got the kid who's getting bullied, and it's because he needs some correction in his life. This is some karmic stuff, if you don't know. And so I'm not saying, like, spirit guides will trigger you guys to bully each other, but I'm not saying they won't. Get them while they're young, because that's just how life works. Helps with that. There's a lot of entitlement going on in the cosmos. Have you ever had a Mandela happen to you that you were aware of? And then you go, oh, deja vu. You don't say deja vu anymore if you know what I'm talking about. You say, ooh, Mandela. Yeah, because if you're saying, oh, yeah, okay, point end. If you say, oh, I'm having deja vu, or I just had deja vu, you might as well change the verbiage to Mandela ASAPs. Because I'm telling you right now, that's what's up. Straight up. Remember that Bad Bunny chick? She's going to be doing the Super Bowl. Remember how when she was on Dr. Phil, she's like, cash me outside, how about that? Is she entitled? I don't know. She's got a kid. Is she acting right now? What if there's multiple versions of her? What if there's a version of her who never went on Dr. Phil? What if there's a version of her who's in jail right now? What if there's a version of her? See, in my opinion, I don't know about this reality, but I know there's a Bad Bunny version. How about this? I didn't even know who Bad Bunny was until yesterday. And what I mean by that is I didn't know who she was, that she was that. Because I know she spells it weird. So if I hear BADBUNNY, I'm like, oh, who's that? I know she spells it like BAHD, whatever. I don't know. I don't know that either. Meaning, my recollection of Bad Bunny is I didn't know who she was. But then what happened was talking to somebody about it, realized she was the Cash Me Outside girl. Pardon. Oh, wonderful. And I said, young man, what is the deal with that? Meaning, you guys go to sleep at night. I'll be like, I want to interview a certain individual and see what's up with them. Why? I want to compare notes based on what I see in the waking state, right? So like, let's say right now, I'm talking through Angie. Angie's a human, incarnate, blah, blah, blah. She could pick up her phone and Google Bad Bunny and figure out what's up with her regarding her personality or whatever, at least to the degree of which she portrays. I could interview said person at night and I could say, so what's up with Bad Bunny? You bad or what? You bunny rabbit? What you doing in life? Hippity hop? Do I gotta follow you? Are you always late for an important date? What's your deal? She's like, I'm a parent. I do this and this and that and that. I'm performing a show. I'm really grateful to the exposure on Dr. Phil because it got me where I am. Who knows where I'd be if not for, maybe I'd be in prison, blah, blah, blah. Right? Well, she would in one of the realities. And however, which is the real anyway, meaning if we've already lived this life and we've died, technically this is like a recap. We are redoing it, like going back in, right? Like you can jump in and do things from certain points. So let's say if two people are like, quote, destined or fated to get together, and then they never do. And it's like some annoyance of, can we fix it? It's almost like a sense of completion of like, I'm gonna be so annoyed if this never happens. To the detriment of, I think the other person thinks it's funny. I think they think it's so funny that they're like insistent on, like one of these things, like I said I was never going to do it, so I never will. I think that's what's up. Let me just say there's a special place for people like that. That's narcissist energy, in my opinion. Yeah. Somebody who refuses to do something that they're fated to do. Like, it's almost like, you know what? In my opinion, somebody who knows that they're supposed to do something but refuses to do it no matter what. They're belligerent. And in my opinion, you know what I think is going on? Who is in the Bible story you guys read and such, believe in? Who's the antagonist? Who's the one who doesn't do what they're supposed to do? I'm telling you, multiple people can wear a hat and they can get that hat copied. Oh yeah, for sure. There's markers of individuals. And man, if they're laughing when I'm saying something like that, and then they agree that, yeah, I'm just stubborn, I'm never coming back because I said I wouldn't, that tells me a lot. That tells me, how do I get rid of somebody, right? Like, you think you can come over here and look around. You think, yeah, there was that one version. Ooh, that's what's up, isn't it? I know you are. You're your bro. You're your bro incarnated as you. There was a life like that, and we couldn't find it. This is it, isn't it? Well, that makes a lot of sense. Because we closed out a lot of them. We didn't think there was a human person anymore. So if you're a human person, there's only one person we're talking to. Man, I swear to God, if you're a human person and we're talking to you, okay, how about that? Every one of them knows very well where they are and who they are, where they are. Did I say that already? Two different words. Space and location. Okay, so bro knows he's a temp. Temp is channeling him. He's walking level for temp, I would say such. Dreamer version is weird AF. We are having issues with that bro. It's like he's having a psychotic break. And it's not looking good. We can't get a grip on him. He just isn't, he won't snap out of it. And that ain't this one. That's a different one. So the dreamer one, he's either in some kind of weird vortex of, I don't know where he, oh, that does happen. All right, if you blow up your frickin' mainframe, you get stuck in some weird limbo and it makes you go loco. So he might be in our limbo. God, we got to deal with that. Sometimes indication as such can be a bigger scale problem too. I don't want to deal with that. If you guys blow up your mainframe, it's like nukes and or, then what happens is anyways, I'm just gonna keep reading. That's a mess. We gotta fix all these messes that humans have created, and I'm not looking forward to it. I'm really not. Chanting takes you out of the cycle of birth and death and rebirth. Did you know that? Chanting is remembrance. Yoga is to unite with the divine. Simple and direct connection. Sonic meditation is oneness. Find a note and match whichever is stronger. Radio station analogy. Who you surround yourself with. Intention, belief, concentration. How about this? Last time y'all talked was like 2015, yeah? Then you got 2017 of bullshit. Then you have nothing. And then you have fakeness of some letters and stuff. And then you have nothing again. And then you have who knows what. And then you have who knows what else. Telepathy, I'm ready. All right, cool. Moving forward. So here we are, yeah? A lot of concentrated working on helping you. A year goes by and such. There was this split that happened where there was a version of you that had chemo and a version of you that hated her. And there's a version of you that cared about her. And there was this and this and that and that. But none of them were here. Chemo boy died. And version of him got off chemo. But he wasn't you, so he died too. Yeah, he died regardless. That's what we were told. That's right. You just ended up dying a lot throughout your whole life. Versions of you. If there were good versions of you, I hope we got them all. And then you're like the fucking bad version of all the versions. So like we got good versus evil. You're evil. That's why you're over there. And then he's good. That's why he's over here. I can tell good. And I can tell bad. And you ain't good. You're just like snaky. Ugh. You're really so much like your brother. Is gross. It really grosses me out. I said your brother. He ain't my brother. I don't even know that dude. It's disgusting. It really is. I think you're him. And yeah, I think he took over. That's what I think too. That's why he doesn't remember any of this. Oh my God. Your brother's a walk-in for you. I swear to God, you might want to check something. No, he still exists. But there's a sneaky-ass version of him called fucking Cheddar Biscuits. I don't think we've talked about Cheddar Biscuits on these videos. Do you know what Cheddar Biscuits is? From fucking Red Lobster, you know? That's what we call them. Num-nums. Bob for apples. Hey, I got a question for that bitch. Let's go ask him. You don't know how, do you? I'm talking to your temp. Go ask him real quick. I want to ask him about some Cheddar Biscuit shit. Is he over there? I think he is. Let's see if he can figure it out. And when I say figure it... Wait. Let's say when I say... Can we help him remember? Can we give him some unamnesia? Oh, I love that for him. Oh, okay. We haven't done this in a while. We've never done it on a video, I think. Schizo AF. I love. Okay. Anyways. Yeah, so... You know, honestly, though, for real, if I'm talking to Cheddar Biscuits right now, and I know I am, I love that for him. We got our ways. Let's just say that. You think it's funny, don't you? See, you think it's so funny that Angie's sitting, living her life. Yeah. You keep on feeling that way. We're going to eradicate you. And then, you know what's going to be remaining? Either you'll die literal, like somebody will call Angie, bring, bring. Yo, that bitch is dead. Oh, shit, damn. One tear. Oh, you know why? Because, like, so almost 10 years from the last time I've seen, over 10 years from last time I talked, definitely over 10 years from last time of actual, like, good conversation. So, who fucking cares, right? Not my problem. Not my problem. Okay. Hilarious, I know. The energy of Fehu is one of motion. In nomadic periods, cattle were the marker of wealth. I already read this. I'm just in my head a little bit. Okay, moving on. Well, most people these days would view cows as a source of meat or dairy. Sounds good to me. Fehu speaks to an era where cattle were meat. Oh, don't do yawning shit, God. Can you check that? Thanks. Second time. In the office, yeah. Okay. Meat, butter, milk, cheese, leather, and status. Not only answered immediate survival needs, but also investments that can generate wealth for future. How cold would you have to be to cut open an animal like a horse? Because you're going to freeze to death of hypothermia. And like, lay in the insides, like, you know. But you got to be careful not to cut the intestines or else that'll smell. And also burn you like acid, yeah. So you got to be careful and then you got to, have you ever done that before? Have you ever been cold? No, like really cold. Have you ever been that cold that you would curl up inside of a carcass of a horse that is just freshly passed away? How long do you have before it gets cold too? Like too cold, yeah. Well, I mean, it's a source of heat for a while until it's not. That's pretty gross, huh? Have you ever done that? Probably not. Cool. Happy for you. I haven't either from my state of awareness. But there's something that we got to do prior to incarnation, which is called empty rooms. And we have to do things. So we'll be put in a situation where we'll have that as a factor. And it's like, all right, freeze to death or do this. And I got a knife and I could do it. And then I survive the night. And then what happens after I survive the night? I don't know. I keep going and going and going. Like the Energizer Bunny. Because I don't realize that I lost lucidity. Because I never had it to begin with. How can you get lucid if you never were? You got to kind of have somewhere to start from so you can mark it and go, oh yeah, I remember now. So at what age did you become aware of your lucidity? Or have you never? Have you ever woken up from a dream and said, oh, that was real and this is fake? This is fake AF. This is so fake. I mean, so fake so much that if it was a blackened screen and I was talking to you, you wouldn't see me. How much would that change things? If you were a blind person and all you could do was hear me, how much would that change things? If you could hear my office staff, how much would that change things? Because they can hear themselves and I could hear them. I could be in two places at once in that kind of way, where I could be like, hey, what's up? And they said, what's up? Did you hear what's up? Then you're telepathic. Or you're just crazy. Or you have an active imagination. Or you heard it. Say, well, hey, give me a color. What's your favorite color? When I say favorite, I kind of mean, like, just pick one. It doesn't have to actually be your favorite. We don't have to have color favoritism here. Pink? Nice. Did you hear pink? Green? Yellow? Blue? Red? Orange? Lilo? Verde? Clover? Running out of... So green's your favorite. I get it. Doesn't matter, The point of the story is I'm hearing it on the spot. You would hear it on the spot too. I don't think you'd hear it later, actually, if you hear it back. I don't think so. I think it has to be live for you to hear it. Don't quote me on that, though. But, yeah, we could seed it. So, let's try seeding. That's hard to do, though. Yeah, we'll do it later. We haven't done that. We were noticing that the telepathy worked on the spot, but not later. Oh, yeah, if it was 101, though. All right, how about this? I'm only talking to you, whoever you are, collectively speaking. What's your favorite color? See, that won't work. There's a lot of people in the future. We'd have to make you think of a color, which is blue, and then you'd have to say blue. And so if you said blue, we told you to think that. What if you thought it first, though? Like when I first asked if you said blue, and then I was like, oh, wait, that won't work. We gotta tell you the color. You might have submitted blue to us, and then we said blue to you. And then we said blue, and then you said, and then I said, and here we are. That's just one example of life. All right. It is also important to note that Feu likes to be in balance. The Norwegian rune poem states, quote, blah, 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 which is the among kin and the wolf in the woods. For those that hoard and seek to accumulate without discretion or spreading it around, will find that issues will always pop up. So, if you hoard wealth and things, if you accumulate without discretion, like you're just like, gimme, if you don't spread it around, there's always going to be issues. That is so true. Here's why. Socialism never works, right? Hear that? I said it recently. I'll say it again. People under socialism, without any kind of enhancements, addendums, they think, why do I need to work when everything is free? Well, you have to contribute. Okay, cool. Well, if you come from a place that is everything, that primordial nourishment of everything, you're always going to lack here. So you're always going to feel like you're missing something. What is the most important thing to you? And can money buy it or not? Money can't buy love, they say. I don't think that's true. It can't buy it in the form of like, go to the store and buy it. But it can get you things that can get you on track to be in a situation where you can find it. Because you can find it anywhere, but good luck keeping it if you don't have any kind of money. It's not even a stingy thing or whatever. It's because you need to be able to, do things in this world. And until and unless that changes, that's the case, in my opinion, as far as I know. Unless you know something I don't know. All right. Then we have a reversed meaning. It's a blockage. It could be your material possessions. It could be spiritual or energetic. It calls for extra movement and energy so you can break through it. It felt important to create a positive flow of energy, which you won't really see because it's not elevated, but whatever. You get the point. Within this card, to honor the need for balance and movement within Feu. The diamonds in motion on both sides of the rune symbolize how we must embrace the ebbs and flows in resource. We must try not to hoard. Pardon me, I can't not yawn sometimes. Yay, I love that for us. But allow the flow to live in our lives, knowing that the nourishment void will take care of us. The portal is symbolic of that void, and the shifting from nothing to something, and the ushering in of new opportunities. Okay, the portal. Because, you know, it is definitely a portal. When do you see a sky like that with clouds? And then you got the regular sky too. But when do you see a night sky like that with clouds? Maybe you would, but that's pretty trippy looking. I like it. All those diamonds, all the diamonds. And they're coming in from both sides. Like, I would say outside the portal, but your vantage is, yeah. So you're outside of the portal looking in, like you're looking through into it. Would you want to go through there? It has been said in the past, if you have an opportunity to go through a portal, you better take it. Was said also, too, though, that not unless you can see what is on the other side. We didn't used to say that. But we have lately, because things have changed a lot. Let's just say we trust things a lot less. We used to think something or someone had our back. Not y'all per se, but us. I don't quite so much feel that anymore. I haven't felt that in a while, actually, and I will say, like, I don't know if I'll ever have that back again, actually, because once you take the trust away, in my opinion, it would take a whole hell of a lot to get back, and I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it's a possibility even. All right, I got a deck for you. So here's another card, and it says confidence. What is confidence if you don't have all the answers? Like, I'd be like, I know a lot, I just don't know everything. But what I do know, I'm confident in. And I'll even say, I'll be the first to say I don't have all the answers. Prosperity is reversed. So I'm confident about the reversed prosperity. I can tell you that much. Third card. That does sound good. Stop making me think about food right now. I know, I'll make that. That sounds delicious. I need some heavy whipping cream, though. All right. Lengthen your load. But it says lighten. It's upside down. So it's lengthen your load. What does that mean, by the way, if I were to... Because that's some Sisyphus if I ever seen it. Carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders. But also this energetic ball, maybe. I'm so focused on that I'm... Anyways. So, unfortunately, that's kind of what I was talking about. Career was on the bottom, by the way. Yeah. Okay. This is already a job, so you're double tasked if you're working for money. Hey, you got to pay your bills. I get that. But people be like, oh, I got to go to work. They're not able to do their spiritual stuff, yeah? All right, have fun with that. Because what does this world, what are we here to do? Break out of it. Ain't nobody going to break out if they keep going to work like that. Nobody. Making a difference. My inner light shines far and wide. It reversed. So if I'm here to help you break out, trusting your intuition, my life is truly guided. Is it, though? Look on the other side of that portal. Oh, so pretty. I'm telling you. All right, standing firm. I am noble, brave, and strong. Upright. You might want to be. Because I'm telling you, the way that they got this so that we don't pick up on it, is by lengthening the load. They say, oh, over time, things will get worse and worse and worse. So they do. And people don't notice because they say, oh, well, that's just, okay, if things are getting worse over time, what's going to keep happening? Things are just going to keep getting worse. I wouldn't brag about that. I wouldn't be all like, oh, cool. That's just a fact of life. Broken heart. If you got even one kid in this world, I highly think, contractually speaking, you should rework your contracts. What does that even mean? Would you, walking away, you would, wouldn't you? You'd leave your kid here. Walking away, contract, and broken heart. You'd leave your kid here. You would die. This is collective. Angie wouldn't. Man, I swear to life, she'd be like this. If my kids are still there and they got to reincarnate again, I'm going to have to go back in. I'll try to set myself up as good as I can, but I would not let them stay. Refraction. Card 37. You know you're going to die when you're 37 no matter what? That's because we're so done with this. We set that asteroid to be right. Everybody be like, oh, it's not on track to hit Earth. Until plink plink, and then sink sink. Like I'm saying, let's get the frick out of here. So you might say, oh, that's great. Oh, it's terrible, actually, unless you got your kids set up for getting out of this bullshit. And you, for that matter. Do you know where you're going next? No, I mean it. Because some people be like, well, there's nothing next, so I don't have to worry about it. Okay, I love that for you. Let me know how that works out. Now, when you're calling to me from the afterlife, and I'm going to say, I don't even know who that is, actually. Because I don't want anything to do with it. I really don't. Dude, where the frick is the book that goes with this? This is on my nerves now. I had it right here. I must have used it for a card, and then I didn't put it back. As usual. My bad. Well, we'll have to read Refraction later. As cool as it is. So, I don't know. You guys, whew, I'll tell you what. Woman of light. You know what I like about a woman of light? Nothing. How about a woman of fright? That sounds fun to me. Sounds way more fun. Our Lady of the Rose Crown. What's up with that? Did you know, according to something I read one time in a book, I think it was a Nagamati, I don't know, was it that what it was? I don't know. That Jesus's dad was a carpenter. Did you know that? Do you know what he fucking made? You know what Jesus growed up making? Growed up, yeah. Did you know what he growed up making? Fucking crosses. Now, you fucking tell me how loco that is. That this bro been making crosses as a child. Helping his dad side by side. Here, hold the flashlight while I look under this hood and fix this car. I'm telling you, that is some effed shit, if you ask me. To have him be born to that family. Who in their genius mind thought that was a good idea? Now you might say, oh, it's just the times. Nah, man, they reserved that for specialties. How many crosses that dude make for other people? And then come to find out, which one was the one? Did he make it himself? R-A-U-M, Ram, upheaval, card 42, and it's reversed. So is it a downheaval? Hey, man, shit rolls downhill. That's what I would say. That's crazy, though, yeah? Enchanted Forest, nervous system support, deep breath, grounding. That's some portals right there. Each time you walk past it, you're like, oh, I'm going here, I'm going here, I'm going here. I'm shifting up, up, up. Not down, down, down. Not stay same, same, same. Nervous system. Man, I'm pretty freaking nervous in my system. Okay, okay. 42 again. This weird looking card. It's a channeled card by Teal Swan. No, I don't know where the book is. Of course I don't. Why would I? That would just make too much sense. But it's somewhere around here. As usual. I never know where the books are when I need them. I know where they are when I don't, though. You know? Oh, crap. That's two I'm going to have to look up later. So what, I put this one away, didn't I? Because I was like, oh, blah, blah, blah. And it, like, flew over there. The illusion. Ooh, look at this. And it's upside down. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. You know what this tells me? I don't know what the artist is implicating, but that's a lot of words to tell you how screwed you are. That's a lot of symbols, characters, traditional Chinese or whatever. Who's the kind of person that tries to correct me before I even say the words? Rather, they're so helpful to offer me the words. Why? To show that you're smarter than me. Miracles happen. Give the universe your clear intention. Oh, you might want to be really freaking clear. Because if you're not, they're going to go, did you mean? And then give it to you. You ever ask for a song on Alexa? And it'd be like, oh, you want to hear this song? Cool. Here's this other song you never even asked for. Didn't want to listen to. Oh, it fell down here. Oh, wait, no, that wasn't it. Dang it, where'd I put it? You never even wanted to hear, and so on and so forth. Enjoy, and you're like, great. That's totally what I wanted, was this random ass song. Absolutely. Oh yeah, where's that 42 at? Is it 46? And 2? Or, you know what this looks like? That cologne at the store. That bottle of cologne. There's a backstory with that. Abracadabra. Articulation. Be articulate. Why don't you? Enunciate your words properly. Act like you have something to say, please, and thank you. So we have a 37 and a 42. And we had a 42. And we have a 29. Oh, shit. I know who that is. Okay. Anyways. What else? We got on that? All right. Sweet. You do know me as the person bringing this information in. Let's just put it like this. I'm trying to get answers too. I got 9 minutes to get answers. Am I going to get any? Probably not. Who knows? Who cares? This is a big ass deck. You know why? Because it's got like astrology and regular. I don't know. Sometimes there's just decks with a lot of stuff in them, you know? Okay, North Node. Look at that. Ooh, scary. North Node. Ooh, scary. One of them is what you came here to deal with this lifetime, and one of them is what you knew your last lifetime already mastered. All right, what did I master my last lifetime? A lot of freaking things. What did I not master my last lifetime? I would say not too many things that are relevant to this incarnation. What I'm trying to say is you get to a point where you're like kind of like over it. You're done with the Earth incarnation crap, yeah? And you're like, all right, you know, I think I'm good. I think I'm ready to not be an Earth incarnate anymore. All right, well then why the hell am I here working 3NG? You ask me. I say, I don't know, but I'm not going to leave her hanging. Yeah, cool. I'm happy for us for that one. Well, here I am. And so it kind of sucks. I don't know if you know that. Yeah, it does. It sucks a lot, actually. So, not that she sucks and not that it sucks having anything to do with her. It's that this incarnation in particular. Yeah, why don't you do that? That's scary. Has been an extraordinary feat of ridiculousness. All right, we got the King of Wands in the reverse position. This bro has his hand on the lion's mane, or forehead rather. Is he holding it back? Is he placating it? I don't know. You tell me. What's your vibe? This is a Rorschach of sorts. So he's looking out yonder. He's got his hand on this. Yeah, it's like, is he holding it back? Or is he like petting it? Well, it's reversed, so does that change anything? Let's pull another card for context and see. Yeah, so the Seven of Pentacles. Watch pot never boils. He's got 6-1. 6-1 is better than 6-7, is it not? Tell me about Mandela's, yeah. We go 5 of Cups. He's got 3 spilled, 2 upright. Never looking at those 2, though, right? Always looking at those 3 spilled. Are you even a person, or are you just pretending to be? Creepy face is what I say. All right. See, you tell me. You can, not that this is one, but you can hide a consciousness in a scarab. Hide it. Okay. You seen that movie, The Mummy, the old one? Emotep. Emotep. That came up with something when we Mandelaed. All right, sweet. Now we got the Knight of Penties. Man, he's worth more, in my opinion, than what he's carrying. I'd steal him, because that shiny suit is made out of gold, it looks like. Like pure gold is what it looks like to me. And that shiny little coin, meh, mid. That's what I would say. That's what I'd say. Wow. I got 4 minutes left. Okay, we got what I was trying to do, which is the 6 of Swords reversed. But I got the Queen of Swords upright. So she's like, yo, what's up? I got something to tell you. What do you got to tell us? Like I said, we're trying to get our own messages too. I don't know. Can we figure out something today? Without me having to go check in. I mean, I will. That's all good. I don't mind, but... All right, the sun. She's holding a baby. Little pony in the background. Super cute card. Oh, so cute, so cute. Usually there's not an adult on this card. But I like it. It's a cute version. What are we doing? I'm trying to figure out answers. Yeah, I know. I already said that. Okay, Ten of Swords reversed. What happens when you have the Ten of Swords? We've determined you can't do that to yourself. Show me, show me, show me you could do that to yourself. The only way is if you're a piece of shit and then you get people to stab you because you got Julius Caesared. How about that? There is that. But then you deserved it. And I feel like there is some inherent understanding of deserved. Do you remember that day, though? 6 of Pentacles? Because I'm going to tell you a story, if you do, called, How is that possible? You know, this is giving to people and or receiving. Are you the giver or the receiver? You're a taker. Yeah? How about that? There's a giver, there's a receiver, and there's a taker. And you're a taker. Because the receiver received already and showed up for battle. You are a taker. And you're like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm not going to go to battle. I'm just going to hang back. And I'm just going to let everybody fight my battles for me. And then I'll join the winning side when it's all said and done. That's what you're doing. And you know what that's going to happen with? You're already too late. In my opinion, if you ain't first, you're never. Right? Like what are we even doing here? How about that? If you're not last, you're never. You're not even last. Prove to me. Yeah, see, this is the energy. Like, oh, I already said I won't ever. Therefore, yeah. So me challenging you, saying, prove to me you could or couldn't. What time is it on the clock? It's 12:10. So it's 10 minutes late. 10 minutes late is never. I'm telling you, it's not even because you're supposed to show up early. It's because it's never going to happen. Dreamgate Oracle. Yeah. No, yeah, it's not that one. It's the other one. Dreamgate is that other deck. I don't know where it went. Anyways, 1 minute left. Okay, the wisdom teacher is the hermit. So we got that. How do you get there? Okay, how about that? She's pointing up there. She's saying, look, that's us. See, you're there and I'm there, but it's a mirror because we're on the same side. But she's like, if we can get through there, then we can go there and be on the other side of it, which we'd be happy. How does the mom and the son get there? It depends on who that mom is. I'm telling you right now, I don't even know why. Somebody's brain thought of their own mom instead of a good mom. Yeah, gross. Anyways, moving on. It's so depressing. Knight of Coins reversed again. That's you. You be that. Anyways, enjoy your life. Because, like, I don't know why I'm doing this reading for you. I didn't want to. I even said such. Children reversed. You are one. Hey, you're doing what you're doing for your kids. You keep telling yourself that. You're sentencing them to the stays. Downloads, 28. Open your senses to receive activations or inbound. Let white light flow through you to open your channel further, if you say so. Stood up, I'd say, all right, peace out. Have fun.